Hello everyone, welcome to this overview video of the V4S Mobile. V4S Mobile is built on top of Volunteers for Salesforce, and so it uses the same underlying structure of campaigns, jobs, and shifts. We have three different applications here. That is V4S Personal, which is meant for individual volunteers to use, V4S Kiosk, which is a shared device that can be used between multiple volunteers for checking in and checking out, and V4S Roster, which is a classroom management application, again built on top of Volunteers for Salesforce. I will take you through each of these products, and let's take a look at the first of these. I'm going to be showing you the V4S Kiosk application, which think of it as replacing the sign-up sheet, then getting the details into Excel, and then uploading that into Volunteers for Salesforce. So in your location, you place an iPad, let's say, with the V4S Kiosk on it, and when volunteers come in, the volunteer coordinator can check them in one by one if they've already been assigned to that shift. So if, for example, Jason Bourne walks in and you see him coming in, then you just click this little green button here and that checks the volunteer in. If you don't see the name, if it's a walk-in volunteer, then you click on the don't see your name and you can search for the person's email ID or phone number and check them in through that. So essentially this is all that you're doing. You can check people in and out as they come in for their shifts and leave. The other thing that you can do here is also register a new volunteer in, and if you look at this on the menu, you see register new volunteer. So if a new volunteer that's not on your database comes in, you then go in and register the new volunteer. All the fields that you have set up in Volunteers for Salesforce will show up here, right? So that's one. The second thing that I'm going to show you is V4S Personal. And again, you see a list of all the jobs and the shifts that are available, and individual volunteers would have this on their mobile devices, whether it's Android or iPhones, and they can go into a particular shift and or a job, and they can actually sign themselves up for shifts and check themselves in when they come for the job. The volunteer can also change their profile. If you go into the My Profile, it lets you change specific details about yourself. Let's say your phone number has changed, or you want to change the time that you can volunteer at. You can do that yourself without having to call the volunteer coordinator. So that's as far as the individual volunteer is concerned. The other thing that we have is the V4S Roster. And this works in addition to the regular Volunteers for Salesforce org. So let me show you what happens here. I have two volunteers signed up, Lucille Ball and Jason Bourne, for this particular shift. And if I go down a little further, you will see that there are something called roster members. Now the roster members are people that have signed up for this particular class. Now people who sign up for a particular class show up in the shift, whereas if they've signed up for an entire course, then you can add them on to the job and they will show up in every single shift for that job. So if I go back and look at the phone, right, Lucille Ball, the volunteer that signed up, and when Lucille Ball signs in, she gets a roster, and these are all of the students that have signed up for that class. So when Lucille sees Aaron come into the class, she clicks on the start button next to his name, and Frida Jackson walks in, she clicks on the button next to her name. John Brown walks in, she clicks on the button. Priscilla Paul comes in and she signs up, she clicks on the button next to her name. Now switching back to the Volunteers for Salesforce, if I refresh the screen, right, and click on the related button for the shift, you will see that there are all the people that I checked in show up with dates and with the check-in time. So this is like an attendance management for each of the people that are coming into this class. So this is again built on top of Volunteers for Salesforce and therefore works on the shifts and job. So everything that you do on the mobile, whether it's on the V4S Personal, V4S Kiosk, or V4S Roster, gets updated to Volunteers for Salesforce in real time. So this essentially is what you can do with the product. If you need any other information about these products, do feel free to call us at any point. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you want to demo for yourself, please let us know. You can get in touch with us at info@deftly.com. That's DFTLY.com. Or you can call us on 408-878-3100. Look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.